shoot, I said as you claim it. Instant Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talker, no riddling, moonwalker, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much make it a portrait. Gun kick back, not grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's a man with king? No response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot, what said as you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. And on this incredible Tuesday, I'm glad that you're here. I'm here. We're here together. Now, the CES is going on right now, and we get a chance to see all the new innovations that are happening in our chosen medium. Now, we get a chance to see NVIDIA do their thing, and it really doesn't transfer over to us because the only console that actually uses NVIDIA is Nintendo, the Switch. So, you know, you got DLSS 4.5 out there telling you how great Resident Evil Requiem could look. But how does that affect us? You know, we are with AMD, and this is kind of what happens when you choose a console, right? You choose a console, you're kind of locked in, and you don't get a chance to change your GPU. You don't get a chance to do all the wonderful things that PC guys get a chance to do. Oh, excuse me. If this is your first time finding the channel, listen, you found your new best friend. If you love Xbox, then you love the King. And what I got to offer you is my hand. Hey, join me. Become a sub. And if you want to become a member, if you want to take it further, you want to support me further, then support me further. Become a member. Members are what keep the lights on. But this is kind of crazy because I'm looking at it. I'm looking at what is the paradigm in which we get a chance to make this stuff happen. How can we change our fortunes? Do we have to wait for FSR? Should we be able to utilize DLSS? Why are we locked into AMD? Shouldn't NVIDIA be an option? Well, I do have some theories, and I do have some stuff that I want to talk about today. We do have some AAA games, and we do have some Game Pass stuff that we are going to get into. But one of the games that I've been looking forward to most is about to show up, and I can't wait for it. So, again, let's get to these topics, and then let's talk about the problem that we're suffering with being forced to choose between NVIDIA and AMD. When I read this and they told me that Lionsgate confirms a AAA John Wick and Saw games that are in development, kind of lost my shit. I'm not going to hold you. I'm a John Wick fan. I've seen every movie that John Wick did. I even saw the ballerina, the joint on the side. I'm not even going to lie to you, bro. I am a huge fan of John Wick. Anytime you go and catch revenge over dudes killing your dog, Bree, man, that's the one thing that you don't mess with. You don't mess with a man's dog and put hands and feet upon your ass. So I'm down for all of that. They said the news should be coming soon about the John Wick game. Get me into that. Let's get back to that, boy. Oh my God. Now, I'm a huge Blue Dragon fan, and this is something I've actually been waiting for. After I saw it, and now I get a chance to play it. Dragon Quest VII Reimagined gets a free demo on Xbox this week, and honestly, this is one of the games that I've been actually waiting for. February is going to be a jam-packed month of games that I actually want to play, and I don't know why they're doing this to me, to be honest with you. This is just really crazy. You know, between this and Resident Evil Requiem, I'm between a rock and a hard place, and going from one great RPG to the next, from Final Fantasy VII remake into this. This is ridiculous. Last September, Square Enix announced Dragon Quest VII Reimagined on Xbox Series X and X, with a full release launches in the next few weeks. And the team now just revealed that the demo is showing up. Now, listen, what's so great about this demo is all your progress that you do in this demo, and I see a lot of people doing it now, in this digital age, not only do you get a chance to get the demo at you with no free of charge, you also get a chance to take that data, that whole information, all your progress. You get to take that over to the main game, and they're giving you a free day one costume. This is absolute madness, bro. But I'm up for it. Is this going to be the year of the RPG? Because we've seen fighting games making a huge comeback. Well, they've made a huge comeback in this generation. Is this going to be the year of the absolute RPG? Now, I know this is a reimagine, and you do like new experiences like Expedition 33. But there are a lot of people out there that didn't get a chance to play this Dragon Quest. So I love Blue Dragon, and if I can't get Blue Dragon right now, I will definitely settle for Dragon Quest VII. With Resident Evil Requiem on the docket for next month, Game Pass Ultimate, I don't know why you're using any other version of Game Pass, but Game Pass Ultimate is on a tirade. It started off this month with dropping information of the games that are to come. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of these titles been here, like Adamfall, but are returning. And a lot of these titles are new. We see Brews and Bastards, Little Nightmares Enhanced Edition, Adamfall, Lost in Random, Rematch, Warhammer 40, Space Marines, Mastercrafted Edition, Final Fantasy, Star Wars Outlaws, that's a particularly good one, that's on January 13th, My Little Pony, Resident Evil Village, that's on the 20th, Emil, Memories in Orbit, that's a great one. And that's only up until the 20th, and then you have the other games for the second half of the month that will be dropping. I explain to you all the time, when I tell you try to play the Game Pass, it's not a passing phrase, it's not a joke. It's get your money's worth for the best deal in town. Go eat at the Xbox buffet. Don't turn down a meal when you see this deal. Now, I'm a huge Stranger Things lover, but I mean, not a fanatic. All right, don't get it twisted. But I'm also a huge hater of Dead by Daylight. I feel that the graphics are outdated. The game is at a point where, oh, come on, man, update them graphics. But it is probably one of the most supported games in the history. This asymmetrical game, which is getting on my goddamn nerves, bro. Seems to be having all the cool licensees and doing the absolute most. It keeps its fan base enthused, locked in, and front and center when it comes to all the added stuff that the game brings to you. So they did a crossover with Stranger Things way back. they said way back in 2019, and now they're doing it again. This time things are a bit different, and thanks to the new press release, the details is here. You got on, the Survivor side, you got Jane, Hopper, Dustin Henderson joining the fight alongside Steve and Nancy. Each character bring different set of skills, resources, and approach to the fog, not to mention a unique familiarity with the chapter's killer. The 4 survivors can also count on some much-needed backup thanks to legendary outfits of the Jonathan Byers from the original Stranger Things chapter, newcomers Eddie Munson and Robin Buckley as well. The villain is Vecna the First, whose dark powers are guaranteed to keep the survivors on their heel. The First can bend the world around him, manifesting, weaponizing the physical presence of the Upside Down within the fog. Sinister vines lash out at the unsuspecting Vecna as the unsuspecting Vecna disappears beneath the ground, reemerging to curse any within its path. The haunting chime of the grandfather clocks chattering across the map may be the survivor's only salvation. That was the press release of this game. The game looks cool. I want to know graphically what it really looks like. But again, I can't knock it for being the best at what it's doing. And honestly, this is the game that my son actually loves. So who am I to hate what he likes? Well, if you're a PlayStation gamer, are you really playing the game or are you allowing the game to be played? Do they turn off the trophies? Or do you still get that much needed trophies? Do you start to take gamers or PlayStation gamers seriously? With this new patent signed by Sony and with the thoughts of having AI finish the games when it gets too difficult for you, imagine that. Instead of getting good, just get to the button. We've come to the point right now where the hobby that you bragged about, beating that board in Mega Man, taking on the hardest level in Silk Song, and beating that hard boss in Expedition 33, or finally taking on Sephiroth in Final Fantasy VII Remake. Is that gone? Has Sony, with this AI patent, pushed themselves into a corner? An AI-generated ghost player assist will help out players who can't progress in the game. Sony has patented a new technology that would see PlayStation games play themselves with the help of AI. As described in the patent documents, Ghost Player would see players call down an AI-generated ghost version of the player character, which would either play out the solution to a particular part of a level or complete it entirely. The patent has originally filed in 2024, September, but the World Intellectual Property Organization published an international status report on the patent this week. For example, if a player were stuck on a puzzle in an Uncharted game, the guide mode would seemingly present an AI-controlled Nathan Drake demonstrating the solutions before the player did it themselves. The complete mode will simply complete the section for the player. Modes in the game that assist with puzzles and combat challenges are common. Many games allow players to skip encounters or lower the difficulty if they find them too challenging. And the puzzle games often include a hint system for those who are completely stuck. However, Sony, with such titles of God of War, have been criticized for giving players too much assistance with the puzzles due to the NPC companions yelling out, "Hey, over there, do you see that lever? It looks kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe it's something that can help with this mission." It's claimed that the AI model will be trained on existing footage of the game instead of being pre-recorded series of inputs set by the developer. The AI-generated Ghost Player seems to appear to be the evolution of the PlayStation 5 game help system, which was launched alongside the PlayStation 5 when it was supported. It's no longer supported. Game help could provide players with guidance via images or video, by the PlayStation card system, which can be called up in-game. While not used widely, the system has been praised by PlayStation fans who enjoy hunting trophies due to the convenience of not having to call up a separate guide and other screens and stuff like that on their phone. Well, okay, so if all you guys out there make these tutorials on how to beat stuff, and this is absolutely gunning for you. This is what I'll be talking about with the AI stuff and the movement to conveniently make things easier for the gamer. Where gaming, our hobby, by its nature, is meant to test you with problem solving, with social events. It teaches you. This is removing what last bastion of self-growth I think children and young adults need. I don't know, man. I'm conflicted with this. I do remember going to get primer guides and reading how to get past certain things. And I do remember looking at videos. I think this is the evolution of this. And is it too much of an evolution? I don't know, man. Tell me how you feel about it. Because me personally, I kind of feel away, but I definitely understand for people who are having issues with it. Now, I'm going to thank each and every last one of you for making it this far in the video, and it truly helps. You know, to make it to the end of every video actually helps out in the algorithm, and if you hype it up, great. I appreciate you. But this thing, I've been thinking about some stuff, and this weekend we had Jez on Iron Lord's podcast, and he said something that was very, very poignant. And I've been talking about this before, but maybe you guys may not remember exactly what was said. And let me refresh your mind real quickly, and then we can get right back into it.
Is that Microsoft's actually exploring the possibility of letting people take the Xbox chip for the Series S and X and letting them install it in their existing desktop. Have an Xbox PC. Using PCIe.
That's what I want. I want.
That's what I told him.
There will be graphics cards that you can build your own consoles with that have a PCIe interface, that have the Xbox chip, and then some AMD chip attached to it.
Got him. Now, I've expressed on numerous occasions that Xbox will be providing the chipsets, and in doing so, it blurs the line between PC and console. And you guys heard PC console hybrid and just really didn't understand that. So we got a little bit more clarification on what would be in these mini PCs. And these mini PCs console hybrids, and this is the workaround. See, a lot of people were confused when Rockstar came out and said they were excluding the PC version of Grand Theft Auto 6 and making sure that that console did, the PC did have to wait with no date in sight, kind of introduced a whole ton of FOMO. Now, I have a theory, right? And based upon this theory, based upon some stuff that I know and based upon stuff that other people know, we formed this whole plan to explain things to the best of our ability. Grand Theft Auto 6 will be playable on Xbox. Well, the next version of Xbox will be relaunching this year. Now, we all do know that it's a PC console hybrid. Now, how much of it is PC? Is it modular in the state that you can change the GPU and the CPU? I don't know that aspect of it yet. I do believe at some point in time, these things will be optional. I don't know which device would allow you, because I believe that there will be 4 devices. So maybe you will be able to switch between AMD and NVIDIA. But the question is, how much of it is a PC and how much of it is a console? Well, with the console chip inside, well, then it's able to play all the console games. Your whole library goes with you. Your whole series back compat console library travels with you. And in knowing that, then you know Grand Theft Auto 6 will be playable. Now, this is the distinction. You won't be able to take it to the highest resolution and the fastest frame rates and all that other stuff, because it will be running essentially on the Series X chip. This is where the console part of the console comes in. So everybody's fearful that they will lose access to their pre-existing library. But that should not be the case now. With things becoming a little bit more clearer that this Xbox chip is involved, the series chip, if you will. Imagine that. They're doing away completely with worrying about the Series S chip and worrying about the Series X chip, and then adding the PC components around it, making it more robust and future-proofing the console, while also leaning heavily back to the past to bring up all your games. Well, Grand Theft Auto 6 will only be playable on PC through Xbox, whereas you will have your Steam library, your Epic library, your Xbox library, and the majority of your PlayStation games. In one fell swoop, Xbox has conquered the issue that many PC players have struggled with, waiting for console games to make the leap over. Now, that's not an issue when it comes to Xbox games, but they do have an inferior version, in my opinion, of Game Pass. You have Game Pass Ultimate, you have Game Pass PC, you have different things happening. With the lines being further blurred, with Xbox taking the lead moving forward, you can rest assured that with the new Elite 3, the new console, you're heading into a great Xbox package that you've been looking for. Well, this is Xbox Frontline News, and I'm glad you're here to speculate with me with the future of where we're going with this Xbox. Now, a lot of people are in the DMs and they say weird stuff, and I look at you and I read, but I respond to each and every last one of you. Even if it's a thumbs up and it's a heart, I do. And if it's something compelling enough for me to have a conversation, then I will. But for all those that say Xbox is dead, thank you for watching the channel. Thank you for commenting, letting me know. Because if you didn't tell me, then I wouldn't know, right? If a tree falls in the forest, like who really hears it, right? Not this guy. But listen, I'm going to do what I tell you to do, what I try to do every day. I'm going to go where game is game and win is win. And I'm going to tell you, try to play the Game Pass.
Play it day one with Game Pass.